Welcome back. Hidden high in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado in a remote and unmarked field is a secret monument honoring war veterans. The lonely tower of granite sits at more than 11,000 feet in a clearing among majestic peaks. CBS News Sunday Morning and national correspondent Lee Cowan made the long trek to the Soldier Stone to unlock the mysteries surrounding it.
The Continental Divide, that invisible mountain boundary that tells a river whether to flow east or west. But not everything up here is that clear-cut. In a stand of trees, impossibly alone, sits this pillar of polished granite. Just what it is and how it got all the way up here has puzzled the hardy few who have found it for decades.
They just stumble on it and go, what the heck is this?
But we still don't really know that, right?
Well, it makes people think.
Rob Roy isn't comfortable talking about this mountaintop mystery, in part because he made a vow of silence to the man who built it, his late uncle, Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Allen Beckley, the soldier behind Soldier Stone.
And this is kind of contrary to what Uncle Allen may have wanted. He doesn't want to beat the drum, but I'm beating the drum for him, and a lot of other people are.
By all accounts, Colonel Beckley was a soldier. He served for nearly a decade in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War.
If you know anything about Special Forces, Green Berets, they're the people that parachute behind the lines, and they work with indigenous people and help them defend themselves.
But most of what he was doing then, he couldn't really talk about.
Correct.
The troops he trained and served with had been secretly recruited by the CIA. Made up mostly of Hmong and Lao descent, this secret army took tens of thousands of casualties fighting communism in Southeast Asia, lives that otherwise might have been American. But for decades, the U.S. government denied their sacrifice. In a recording Colonel Beckley made after he retired, it was clear that ignoring those foreign fighters haunted him long after the war had ended.
I made a silent promise to myself that they would have their memorial, and it would not just be in Asia, but their memorial would be in the United States as compatriots of ours.
I mean, this was a mission.
In 1990, Colonel Beckley set out to build his tribute with the help of a stonecutter by the name of Mike Donaldson.
So when he first described what he wanted to do, what did you think?
I thought he was a quack at first, and within 30 minutes I knew he wasn't.
Did he explain why he was building it?
And it kind of got revealed to me over time that he did want it remote, and the people that needed to find it would find it.
We're just on top of the world.
This long-forgotten videotape documented the construction.
The start of the monument.
Civilians, active duty, and retired veterans made up the small army who unloaded 8 tons of hand-carved granite, not just for the pillar, but 36 so-called quote stones, weighing 300 pounds apiece, etched with a poem or a proverb, written in Laotian, Thai, Vietnamese, among other languages, that were then scattered like fallen troops around the monument itself.
Watch over the ones that this statue is for.
In the summer of 1995, Colonel Beckley's memorial to foreign fighters was finally finished. It was the same year Colonel Beckley died of cancer. He never saw his offering in person.
When we walked away, it was done. That was the end of it. Besides a few people that stumbled across it on the Continental Divide Trail, nobody knew it was there.
Until this happened.
We come across this memorial out in the middle of nowhere.
In 2013, a YouTube post appeared. The secret of Soldier Stone was out.
I read that the park rangers keep this location private.
We have tried very hard, as much as we can, to respect his vision, that it would be a spot where people would just sort of find it.
Ranger Tristram Post will help you find Colonel Beckley's Soldier Stone, but only if you ask. She doesn't publicize the exact location, and neither will we.
So this is the official folder that we keep in here.
But I've never seen this, which is...
so we will share this.
That's very good.
Rob Roy had only seen pictures of his uncle's dream. Mike Donaldson hadn't seen it since he built it.
So it's not a walk in the park.
It takes a little bit to get here.
Yeah.
So they made the long drive in fresh fallen snow and then began the long hike. You have to really want to pay your respects way up here.
Mikey, you don't know how much I appreciate you come joining me up here, okay? I mean that. It's cool.
Once there, the solitude is part of the experience, as is leaving a token of military service.
For eternity, right?
After a quiet pause, it was time to go. And they, like everyone, left Soldier Stone to its isolation.
I think the colonel would be proud.
Oh, I'm sure he's proud right now. I think a lot of people are proud.
Especially the memories of those now no longer forgotten.
Now, although the Forest Service watches over the memorial, it's been volunteers who really keep it up, managing the collection of mementos left behind by visitors. All right, stay with us. We're going to Proof Bakery in Starkville next. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are on the road, and we love going on the road. And this is pretty special this morning. One of the newest businesses in downtown Starkville. It is Proof Bakery, and the lady of the hour, TJ Manna. Thanks for letting us come in.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I tell you what's always really ironic about doing cooking segments is I do love to eat, but I'm not much of a cook. So it's always kind of a tutorial when I come in to do these.
I can show you, yeah.
So we're going to make here some fun little pies that would be great for holiday and just kind of give people kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what you do here at Proof.
Yeah.
All right, give us a little background on the bakery. For how did this all come to be?
It was a bakery before, and I worked at that bakery. And the Koblentzes kind of knew me from there and liked what I did, so followed me around a little and then called me one day and said, would you like to run a bakery? And I said, well, yes, I would.
And you kind of never really thought about running a bakery because you've been a sous chef, you said.
I was, yes. I kind of thought that I did not like baking. And then I started, and it just organically happened, and it was wonderful. So,
all right. Well, let's get started on these yummy pies here.
Okay.
What are these called? It's not just apple pie.
Well, I call them galettes. Well, mine are specifically kind of a cross between a pie and a galette.
Okay.
And I can show you, we'll start at the beginning.
Okay, here we go.
So first I'm going to do two pies or galettes. I'm going to do apple and then plum.
Okay.
Now, when you do your apple pie, you make the middle.
Okay.
Sauce, which is kind of, people I think know what this is. It's, some sugar, we've got some cornstarch in there and some butter.
Okay.
We kind of boil it down. So now we're going to take our fruit, and I use plums in the same sauce.
She's cut all of this herself, which I love.
Yes, yes.
No shortcuts here.
I definitely like to do my apples in big slices, so we'll just kind of go for it here.
And you really do everything fresh here in the bakery.
I do, I do, yeah. No, that's one of the things I love. Fresh, no chemicals, so no artificial, no preservatives.
So how are you able to find all these things, no preservatives and all of that?
So, we've got Kroger, and I'll say even Walmart, has a section now that's really great and has these things. But let's take flour, for example. When you go to buy all-purpose flour, most of the time it's going to be bleached. But if you look for the unbleached word,
it's just that simple.
It's just that simple.
Okay, and you can find it in the grocery store.
Yeah, even canned food, a lot of times has preservatives, but if you read those ingredients, there are cans that do not have preservatives.
All right, so we'll look for those
things.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to put some lemon in here?
I am. I don't want my apples to turn brown.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give it a little squeeze.
Now, my grandmother has done that in the past.
Yes,
so
that's right.
I can relate to this.
It is a trick that's been around for a while.
Okay.
So I like to put my apples in right when I'm making the pie, not boil it in the sauce.
All right.
Because I like them to be really crisp.
All right.
So, you cut your vegetables or your fruit, and you come down and we're gonna roll out some dough.
You got your dough that's already made.
It's already made.
All right. That she made, not bought made.
Not bought. That's right. That's right. Now it's a little yellow because I add a little bit of turmeric to my dough.
Okay.
I just think it's pretty.
Okay, that's just for aesthetics. Nothing,
it is.
Okay, nothing.
It doesn't really change the taste too much if you use a little bit.
All right. And I'm going to speed us up a little because I don't want us to run out of time. But I'm going to let you roll that out.
Sure.
All right. What's your favorite thing to bake? I mean, you do a lot of amazing cakes. You know, by the way, you can follow Proof Bakery on Facebook and on Twitter and just see all of the amazing things that you do. What's your favorite?
I'll say my favorite, croissants.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think and your customers love the croissants.
They do. They do. They love them so much I can't make enough. So
okay.
It's a really good.
I've seen my grandmother do this too, the rolling pin. She's a big on the biscuits when we were growing up.
Okay.
So
we make really good biscuits as well.
Okay.
I'm sure your grandmothers are way.
So this is something we could do at home. I mean, obviously we could come here and order them, but
Yes.
I mean, can easily be done at home for your holiday parties. Okay.
Definitely. All the ingredients are really simple.
Okay.
Putting it together is very simple.
Can you put this together in 30 seconds?
Oh,
with the apples and everything?
Definitely not.
No. Okay, I tell you what, we'll take a quick break. We'll
Okay.
put it all together and show you the finished product on the other side of the
That's
break.
right.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back at Proof Bakery. We're making these yummy galettes. Right?
Galettes, that's right.
Okay, all right. So we've gotten the dough rolled out, and we're going to make a small one, right?
A small one,
Okay.
yeah, we can do that. So I've got it rolled out in my little pan here. I'm going to take the yummy sauce. I'll call it sauce. I don't know what else to call it.
Okay.
And we're going to put some in there.
And it smells amazing. That's what I'm smelling.
Oh yeah, that's got cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg.
Our apples that we've doused with lemon juice so that they don't discolor.
Right.
All right.
Just put a few in there. It's a little one, so.
Put some more of this.
Yep, on top.
All right.
That's right.
Tell me what's in this mixture again.
So we've got butter, we've got sugar, brown sugar, ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple but good.
All right. Now, is this a tricky part? I mean, is there an
little
art
bit.
to getting this just right?
I wouldn't say an art, but you just, really, I don't want to use this word because everyone uses it, but I'm kind of rustic with my pies.
Okay.
Specifically pies. So as long as you just fold it in.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do here to show you something to make it just look like it's super pretty.
All right. See, this is where the artwork comes in.
This
on
is where the
right?
artwork kind of comes in. You can just cut out a little piece like that and do little slashes up the side.
So how much time do you spend in here sort of just doing creations to kind of make it presentation's everything. We want it to taste good, but you got to sell it first, right?
Oh yeah, sure. All of the above have to happen here. So, oh gosh, how much time do I spend? I spend most of my time here.
So we talked about pies. You do cakes.
I do.
You do croissants.
Yes, cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah.
And you have things that are in the case to sell on a daily basis, right?
We do. It's amazing, yeah.
All right, so for people who want to order for holiday parties or their dinners or whatever it is, how much time do you need to get those orders?
I need a week in advance.
Okay.
And unless we book, we fill up, then would have to say no.
All right.
And that does happen.
Everything's very personal for you.
Yes.
And you want your customers to kind of
That's
really
right.
tell you what they want and you customize it.
That's right.
All right, so that's ready to go in. Where does my oven need to be for this?
About 325, 350.
Okay.
And I keep it in there for about an hour. But watch it. If it browns too much, you can turn it down or cover it with aluminum.
Does it get bubbly in there? Is that what we're looking for?
It
Okay.
does, yeah.
So by the magic of television, there's an oven here that you can't see that goes in 30 seconds, even less than 30 seconds, and voila.
Voila.
So that's one already made.
This is
That's
a galette.
medium size.
Yes.
And this is the smaller one that you just did.
Yep, so we can take the spring form and kind of pop it out.
Look at
I didn't really do much to this one. I just threw it together so you could see that a pie comes out.
And how cool does that look on your Christmas table?
It does. It really
People
does.
can't wait to dig into that. My family does like a brunch every year. I think these would go great for
my
desserts for
goodness,
brunch.
yes.
Yeah. And this is like a larger one, of course, that hasn't been in the oven yet, but that's how you can get a larger one done. So tell us how we can find you on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm so bad at this part.
Proof Bakery,
Starkville.
I bet if you just search it, you'll find it.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks so much for having us
Thank
come in.
you.
We
I
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do I get to eat those?
Yes,
For sure.
Of course.
Warm it up just a little bit.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank
TJ. We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.